The 13th day in the month of August. Yes, 2025. Top of the morning to you. 7:02 a.m. is the time. And of course, this is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Everyone, good morning to you. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. I'm here because you're there. From Sun newspaper, I will take off this morning. We are investigating many governors, says EFCC. Call Air, Governor Otu targets 3 new aircrafts, international routes, as VP launches 2 new aircrafts. To Gaza now, Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister opens up on crisis. And back home now, Tinubu appoints Obi Akinfelie to varsity councils and others. Public officers now make anticipatory declaration of assets ahead intended looting. EFCC boss Olukoyede, he says public officers now make anticipatory declaration of assets ahead intending loot. EFCC boss Olukoyede. How my encounter with Buhari prevented clash between soldiers and students. Ochiaga chieftain of defunct NCPN is the one speaking. And then 2023 Labour Party momentum began before Obi joined us. Olorunfemi speaking. Labour Party momentum began before Obi joined us. Olorunfemi speaking. And then there is an updated story here. EFCC grants ex-Sokoto Governor Tambuwal bail amid 189 billion naira scandal and probe. Abure's Labour Party warns INEC. Exclude us. Face by-election nullification. That's a threat, man. Abure's Labour Party warns INEC. Exclude us. Face by-election nullification. And then Tinubu Soludo meeting. Last kickoff. A dying horse. I'll take that again. Tinubu Soludo meeting. Last kick of a dying horse. I have no apology. Supporting Tinubu declares Soludo. Now to the Nation newspaper, everyone. Amechi, how Fayemi and I began opposition coalition. Why I am supporting Tinubu. This is Soludo speaking. And then IG orders probe of Kwamwan's Abuja airport infraction. EFCC hits back at ADC, others over unprovoked attacks. 176 estates. Diasporan subscribers demand refund from developers. And then, moving on to some of the headlines, why I am supporting Tinubu by Charles Soludo. IG orders probe of Kwamwan's Abuja airport infraction. And from here, we move to Daily Post newspaper. Check your time, 7:06 a.m. Police detain 36 Bauchi Poly students for highway blockade, assault, and looting. Heavy gunfire as Benue community comes under attack. Dangote refinery reduces fuel price. Nigeria records fewer Lassa fever cases, but more deaths. NBA pledges free legal support for Comfort Emerson. Demand reversal of lifetime flight ban. NBA is backing her for free. Okay, let's go now. Nigeria announces Tawheed Elias as nominee for ICJ. And then NLC dissolves Edo Council leadership, appoints caretaker committee. India, Brazil to participate as BWF-BCA approve international para badminton in Abia State. Abia government agency denies assaulting private radio station and TV staff. And then Niger Assembly passes bill to tackle thuggery and intoxication. Group commends IGP over release of detained Benue monarchs. And then to the political side now, everyone. Lagos APC hits back at Atiku over EFCC allegations. I take that again. Lagos APC hits back at Atiku over EFCC allegations. And then 2027, Niger will serve as Tinubu's campaign headquarters. Governor Bago speaking. And still on Governor Bago, he has declared himself as Director General of Tinubu's re-election campaign. 2027, Governor Bago declares himself Director General of Tinubu's re-election campaign. I have no apologies for supporting Tinubu. He's my friend of 22 years, says Soludo. Kebbi ADC suspends state chairman and 2 others. And of course, the last one here, Soludo's visit to Aso Rock shows Tinubu winning. Buhari's ex-aide, Ahmad, is the one speaking here. From Daily Post now, we check up Daily Thrust for some more headlines. And still on Soludo now, why I wore Tinubu's cap to Aso Rock. 9 at large after Kefi jailbreak. Whoa, 9 people at large after Kefi jailbreak. Nigeria meets EU over regulations as cocoa export hits 1.2 trillion naira. Did you hear that? Nigeria meets EU over regulations as cocoa export hits 1.2 trillion naira. Court did not approve lawyer's appointment as receiver. KEPCO and others speaking. Zulum to NAF unleash heavy air strikes on Boko Haram hideout. Heavy one. Protests as security operatives allegedly shoots painter in Kaduna. Tinubu appoints Professor Ibrahim Yankasai, VC, Federal University, Staffing. Dangote slashes ex-depot price of petrol by 30 naira. Stealing in advance. Politicians declaring assets they've not acquired. EFCC speaking. They know they will acquire it. That is called faith. What is the definition of faith again? Okay. I will have it. Don't worry, I will have it. Evidence of things not seen, right? Okay, moving on. 16 inmates escaped from Kefi prison in fresh jailbreak. And finally here, Federal government using EFCC to bully opposition figures, says Atiku Abubakar. Let's punch it this time around. Punch newspaper is next. No plan to probe ex-Governor Emmanuel, says Akwa Ibom Assembly. 1,500 hours flight operations conducted and 592 terrorists killed in Borno, says NAF. 2027, my support for Tinubu rooted in 22-year friendship, says Soludo. NCOS laments doctors' shortage to treat 8,244 mentally ill inmates. Citizens' collaboration needed to defeat insurgency, Chief of Air Staff speaking. Health sector crisis persists despite 5.4 trillion naira World Bank loans. 30,000 naira car racing bet leaves 5 dead in Ogun State. 30k car racing bet leaves 5 people dead in Ogun State. And then federal government drops 60 billion naira fraud charges against ex-Amcon DG. Court orders federal government to close case in Dasuki's decade-old trial. Close it! Close it, close it, close it, close it. Dasuki Gate. You see, this life, just don't die. Whatever it is, don't die. Just stay there. Stay alive. Time, this thing called time. Oh God. Okay. I'm also using this opportunity to extend to someone who is not happy about a particular situation this morning. Okay? But I am just saying time will handle it. Just don't die. Relax. It will change. It will change. It will change. Okay? EFCC grants Tambawal bail, withdraws passport. And then EFCC targeting David Mark after Tambawal. Ihedioha. This is ADC speaking. EFCC targeting David Mark after Tambawal. Ihedioha. ADC speaking. And to some of the headlines now. Man to face trial for child theft in Anambra State. By-elections don't exclude us. Labour Party faction tells INEC, don't exclude us. ADC can't outperform Tinubu, says Nasarawa SDP senator. Guys, let's have a very robust conversation this morning, okay? Let me remind you to get to YouTube and watch us live. Also drop a comment there. YouTube is VOP FM, okay? VOP 90.3 FM. Just go to search bar and type that. VOP 90.3 FM. And you're just there, EFCC's sudden probe of Tambawal orders politically motivated, says ADC. IYD. To our young people, ADC is your home, says David Mark. Afeni Ferry debunks endorsing coalition, says report is false. On by-election, Jigawa governor presents flag to APC candidate. Tambawal's arrest politically motivated, Sokoto PDP speaking. Okay. Auduogbe, statesman who smelled the storm. And then finally here, Okpebolo promises to strengthen APC in Edo State. Everyone, Vanguard newspaper is next. EFCC grants ex-Sokoto Governor Tambawal bail. Ibom Air fracas. Comfort begins live at Kirikiri. NBA waits in. Over 22 terror groups in Nigeria threatening peace of the nation. Over 22 terror groups in Nigeria threatening peace of the nation. Let me get you some more headlines. IG orders probe into Kwam over disruption of Abuja flights. And Yoruba will say Igba Ilaro. Court orders or bars Ogun government from demolishing Gbenga Daniel's residence hotels. Naira rises to 1,555 naira in the parallel market. Court sentences man to death by hanging for killing co-tenant in Ondo State. Sowore leads protest to NYSC headquarters over unjust treatment of core member Oshie Ogwamaye. Atiku ADC condemned Tambuwal's arrest, says EFCC now political tool. No, now you don't say. You don't say. Okay. Scores of terrorists killed in failed IED ambush on troops in Borno. Bauchi police students protest constant robbery attacks on campus. Court bars Ogun State Ogun government rather from demolishing Gbenga Daniel's residence and hotels. This is your number one super station, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Okay, this time around, I would want to talk to Rufai Oseni. Who's going to give us help us understand some of these headlines. Okay. But before then, let me just mention 4 here. Courtesy the Guardian newspaper. Tricycle operator killed, 2 injured in Lagos crash. Tricycle. Please, guys, be very, very careful. Okay. 7 of 16 escaped inmates from Kefi custodial centers recaptured. Police present 37.6 million naira check to families of fallen officers in Delta. And finally, tension in the Ebonyi community as couple killed, mutilated in farmland dispute. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Alright? Don't forget, after having this conversation with Rufai Oseni, CP Chuks Enwonwu will also be with us this morning to analyze some of these headlines. Everyone, let's join Rufai Oseni at this time.
Right, a couple of stories making the rounds. So, a lot of people are alleging that the EFCC is now doing like a political witch hunt against key opposition elements. Tambuwal, was said to have gone to the EFCC. He had your and other people around the ADC. In fact, there are other names that I'm hearing that there's going to be a full-on assault by the EFCC. So what will happen, based on what I'm hearing, that very soon, most of those opposition elements definitely will have to go through the EFCC at some point. The question is, see, I'm not saying the EFCC should not do their job, but also we should not use government institutions as a place to be able to witch hunt people because of political differences. Because if we do that, then we weaken the institutions and we don't make it fit for purpose. So we need to be able to interrogate all of this that is happening. And these people must be given a right of fair hearing, as regards how EFCC marshals out whatever it's going to do with his investigation. Nobody saying EFCC should not investigate these key opposition elements, but also a lot of people are increasingly seeing it, as that witch hunt. As regards the Ibom Air story, truth has to be said. It has now taken another dimension today. In fact, some legal firm have come out to say they are going to represent the lady that was assaulted, that her clothes was torn, that Her nakedness was seen. And now the storyline is now that a lot of people are demanding that that particular air hostess, that she also should also be investigated. That people should not investigate into what transpired in the first place as the plane landed, because something must have provoked that lady for her to react that way. So, in the space of a week, the tide has turned. In fact, Ibom Air is now being on the defensive because till date, Ibom Air is also denying that, oh, they were the one that posted the videos publicly of the lady's body while they were pulling her out. But the truth has to be said. We need to investigate all of this. Then the lady that was speedily charged, which a lot of us condemned, the speedy dispensation of justice in our own case, and why Wasiu is just left like that in his own case. And a lot of people are asking questions. So we need to be able to introspect. We need to be able to look deeply and ask questions also. And investigations are going to go further. And I think very soon, the woman, lawyer, Comfort's lawyer, too, might just be filing a lawsuit, against Ibome. Also, the part at which the Airline Operators Association did give her a lifetime ban, the question is that constitutional in the first place? I pretty much doubt that. There's no part in the world that, where there's a violation of human rights and people are not going to look at it. So she can also go to the court as regards that. So let's see how it pans out. Still on what is going on. Now, Abure is telling INEC to exclude Labour Party from by-elections. The Abure-led Labour Party, Abure-led LP, just Abure-led, cautioned INEC against going ahead to conduct by-elections scheduled for the 16th without publishing the names of the candidates, because doing so will be putting the entire exercise at risk of nullification. The question is, why is Abure so adamant? I mean, they have read out the court judgments. INEC took their decision based on that Supreme Court judgment that anything that has to do with Abure and the Labour Party's leadership, that is all gone. And that judgment is there. So we should not just look at it like, oh, it doesn't exist. So Abure can do anything he wants to do, but we must speak up. As regards the Tambawa case, Atiku Abubakar is saying that EFCC has now become a political weapon, and that's what all of them is saying. And from the feelers I'm hearing, you're going to see that in the coming days, EFCC is going to go more at opposition. We just hope that it's done in good faith.
Okay.
We just hope that they see something done in good against faith, them. Because really, when you look at things like this, when we start to kill institutions, is when we do not look deeply on how to build them. We start to use them for our political fights. So, truth has to be said. But Bacha Lawal has been speaking. He says he doesn't know if he's going to support, Obi in 2027. I think all of them are making their political calculations. He backed Obi in 2023, but he said he doesn't know if he's going to support Obi in 2027. He said that the region must ensure that power is handed to a leader who understands the challenge and are willing to address them head on. That's what he's saying. He said Obi was the true winner. In fact, this is also in correlation to what other people,
of course,
have stated. But the Supreme Court, we must state, the highest court in the land, did rule otherwise. So we must also state that in our reportage, that the election was won by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we're also now seeing a lot of reactions. The NCA, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, has explained that Comfort Emerson, the female passenger who was allegedly assaulted, was remanded at Kiriki, while Wasiu Kwanwa was not, who reportedly disrupted the value jet flights last Wednesday. face no court action. Uh, recall that the Uyo Lagos incident on Sunday sparked public outrage. Viral video showed Emerson kicking and slapping airline officials after she allegedly refused repeated instructions to switch off her phone in one clip. You know, this came after Inde Marshall was also accused of obstructing airline. However, speaking on China's TV, NCA Director of Public Affairs said the two incidents were different. His words said there was no comparison here. It's a case of apples and oranges. In the one case, the airline did not activate his right to take the passenger to court. So the NCA did what it was supposed to do by petitioning the authorities. In the ABOM incident case, maybe because their staff had been assaulted, the airline immediately activated his rights to take up the matter and went to court. You see, it's not the airline. It's even obvious that this NCA person did not even read the court case. He didn't even read the court deposition. I mean, it's crystal clear. The case was between the commissioner of police versus the lady. So it's not about the airline. It's about justice. What he didn't also say is that if the NTA petitioned the Attorney General about Wasiu's case, why have we not heard any outcome from the petition till date? Why have they not taken the petition up? So let's stop deceiving ourselves. There's a level of high-handedness. So, and on the no-flies, explaining why Emerson was placed on no-fly ban, Achimok said the operators have the legal authority to do such a thing. No, she can go to court and challenge it in courts. You can see that they are finding it very difficult, to be able to defend this. No, the lady has the fundamental human rights, under the rights of constitution, in the national constitution. You can't just give her a no-flight ban. Which court ratified it? So she has a right. Just like even Rasul has a right. You can go challenge it in courts. So we need to be careful. And you see, that's why we're just saying, let's be fair across board and let's do things well. All right? So, in fact, some people have said the worst use of is even more grievous than it. And that's why people are saying, let's even investigate what transpired. Because I have seen many situations where people can release one video to tell a particular part of the narrative. It's not full. And in this case, Ibome has the right to be able to, record even better because they had more men on ground. It was only this one lady. So we need also to hear our own side of the story. And that's just it. Nigeria has crashed out of the CHAN, championship. That's for home-based players, which is a very sad one. Dangote Refinery is cutting ex-depot price to 820 naira per liter. Nigeria is also drumming support for Olufemi Elias ahead of the ICJ elections. And EFCC is reacting. They are saying, they are reacting to it. They are reacting and saying they are not targeting anybody in the opposition, that there's no sacred cows in the corruption war. Mr. Olukoyede, there are a lot of sacred cows in the corruption war. There are a lot of other people that we have not heard the end of their case of corruption. Till today, you people have not told us the end of your investigation with better edu. So these are the things we keep saying. The humanitarian ministry, the investigation as regards that. Till today, we have not heard the outcome. But we are so quick to say this and that there are no secret cows. Till today, the humanitarian minister is working free. At least let us know what has transpired. Has she been freed from the investigation? So these are the questions we keep asking. Then, why now, all of a sudden, are all these people being picked up? Why now? I mean, if you had all this investigation against them, all these people in the opposition, why didn't you release it all this while? So these are the questions we keep asking. We just want fairness across board. Our 5 officers injured as 16 inmates escaped from Nasarawa prison. 16 inmates have escaped. from Nasarawa prison. A statement by Abubakar Umar, spokesperson of Nigeria Correctional Service, has said some inmates attacked and injured the officers on duty. Jailbreak is coming back again. I thought jailbreak was a thing of the past. So we should all look at it. I just hope they are able to get all the people back. Ibom Air keeps denying that they were not the one that posted the woman's video out. Then who recorded it? Who recorded the angle of camera?
Okay.
Who recorded that incident?
It's a big question.
It's not by saying that we don't condone such. Ibom Air denies releasing indecent video of a unruly passenger. You get. And there's another story also making it around that 1 week after the petition was filed, the AGF has not said anything as regards the Kwamwan case. But we are so quick to be able to see that, the other lady, Emerson, has been dragged to court. So this is just the high-handedness we keep talking about in the country. And the reason why we're talking about it that today tomorrow it can be anybody. It can't be anybody. And that's why we should be careful. We should call it spade a spade. Say it the way it is, without missing any words. If we truly want to build a country that will stand the test of time.
Thank you, Rufai Oseni. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Like I told you, feel free to join the conversation this morning via all of our social media platforms. But like if you join me on YouTube, there I can read your messages. Yes, YouTube. All right, join me on YouTube, everyone. Just go type VOP 90.3 FM and you're just there. Okay, don't forget the WhatsApp number also. The WhatsApp portal is open for your messages. All right, yes, this is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Like I told you, we will be joining former Commissioner of Police CP Chuks Enwonwu. He's just right here. Let's have a conversation with him quickly. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Ikamijudi, and to the listeners.
Yes, a very beautiful morning to you. Now let's talk. Let's talk quickly. Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State yesterday boldly described the president as his friend of about 22 years. Soludo said he is unapologetic about his support for President Tinubu and his reforms. The governor had visited Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja. During his visit, Soludo wore a cap with Tinubu's insignia, and of course, he was addressing, newsmen. He said these caps were produced even from the time the president visited Anambra State, and you saw all the billboards and stuff proclaiming that progressives are working together. That was what he said. But Nigerians, especially his brothers, those of a southeast extraction, have said this man is not doing the right thing. That the region is not in tandem with the current president, and in fact, some have labeled it something way different. They call it the last kick of a dying horse. How would you look at this, CP Chuks?
Well, first and foremost, Soludo is doing his first term as the governor of Anambra State. And he's very desperate to clinch that seat for a second term. And you have heard him times without number saying that it is forbidden, in quotes, for somebody to do only 4 years and go to rest as a governor of a state. That he needs to do 8 years. That is the norm. So he's doing everything possible. He's very, very desperate to clinch that seat. That is, in a summary, what the man is demonstrating right now. And he believes that one man, who is the commander-in-chief, can make his dream not come true. He is not even, although he's campaigning and hoping that the electorate will vote for him. but at the same time, to endorse him and bless him to go ahead, and even give him an assurance, don't worry, go, you are going to have your second tenure. Like what we saw in Edo, where he promised the Edo people, the Edo APC chapter, do you want to get the governorship? They said yes. And he said, okay, I'll give you the governorship. And it came to pass. So that's exactly what is rattling Soludo in making him to put the cap. The only thing he failed in doing was to declare for APC the way others did, both in Delta and in Akwa Ibom. And likely those other ones who still have one more term of them will also join the league very soon, the way I see it. Having said that,
okay,
for Soludo, nothing is wrong in him going to Villa. Number one, he's a governor and he has the right to go to Villa. Number two, he's a member of the bigger economic team to the president, who are those advising the president. So, in that regard, he has his good reason to go there. But unfortunately for him, the APC had already done their primaries and have their candidate. I think in the person of Chuks. So he does not have any room again to leave APGA and join APC. Otherwise, he could have done that. Like those who did for Delta and Akwa Ibom, in anticipation of 2027. His own is too close, so he didn't have that chance. So you can see what is giving him sleepless nights, how to plead with the man in Asorok, our commander-in-chief, president, and have his blessing so that he will remove his eyes and probably allow him to sail through for a second term. That is what is playing out.
With this,
in both putting the cap and all those views and views.
With this move of his, do you think the president can save him? Now that he's vying for a second term, you think the president can save him?
Well, in politics, it is dynamic. Not a static thing. And what is always there, the crux of the matter is that it is the interest that matters to them. There are no permanent friends or permanent foes, permanent interest. So it depends on how he's able to convince the president.
Okay.
And those people around the president who will speak for him. That is the desperation in all his moves and this
CP, let me ask this question in a different way. Is it about going to see the president or about the people of Anambra State?
Well,
convincing the president or convincing Anambarians? Which one?
No, you see, he's doing it two sides. He's trying to convince Anambarians by doing campaigns, which others are also doing. Visiting all the wards and communities, local governments, and across the state. At the same time, he doesn't want to leave anything to chance. So he believes that if you do that one and go and rest, at the end of the day, something different may happen and nothing will come out of it. Highest, it will end up in Supreme Court, and only God knows what will be the outcome of the Supreme Court too. So, in order to be sure that he protects all his animal farm, all his chicken and sheep and goats and cows and all that, he feels that it's not good to go and rest and think that all is well. When the lion is roaring around and waiting for any space to enter the animal farm and devour virtually all the flock in the farm. So that is why he's doing it two sides. This side, he will campaign. The other side, he will go and dobale and continue to plead and lobby and negotiate to see if he will have his way on that side. Because once he's giving assurance there, then the coast will now be clear. That's exactly what he's doing. So he's playing two-sided game.
Okay, just like in football, let's look at the far side of this whole story. A former aide to the late ex-president Muhammadu Buhari, his name is Bashir Ahmed. He has reacted to, Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State's visit to the president. Ahmed said Soludo's visit and the inscription on his outfit shows that Tinubu is winning. Tinubu is winning. Soludo's visit to Aso Rock shows Tinubu is winning. That's what Ahmed is saying. CP.
Well, that's the opinion of Ahmed, but it's not the opinion of everybody. It's not the opinion of the generality of the people. We are going to test that in 2027, but not now. It's too early to foreclose on that or work on that. But Soludo's quests, like I said earlier on, is how to enter that second term, enter that government house and do another 4 years. That's just his interest. How will he succeed in navigating himself to do a second term? And then maybe after that, he will now prepare himself for 2031, not coming as president, but as a vice presidential candidate of a northern extraction.
Oh, is that it? Is that the calculation?
That's the calculation Soludo is making. Because he had tried it in the past when he tried governorship in 2010, where he came third and he came second in the decrease. By 2011, we saw him following Atiku across the federation looking for endorsements. And he was assured that if Atiku becomes the presidential candidate, he will be his running mate. Two of them were junketing across the federation, and they partially succeeded by getting endorsement from the entire North from Atiku, where Babangida IBB lost in that they are mini primary or, mini engagement. Then they now backed him to go and face Goodluck Jonathan. And when they went for primaries and delegates conference in 2011, early 2011 or late 2010, Atiku got only one vote also. And Goodluck Jonathan swept everything. But the North said, no, there's no be stopping this man. Let him finish for Yaradua. So that was what happened, that they allowed him to get to 2015. But where they fell out with him was when he now said he wanted 15 to 19 for second term. They said, no, that wasn't the agreement. Instead of us to allow you to do this, we'll go and join the APC. And that was what they did. I made sure they moved him out. So that idea of either being president or vice has always been in him, even before he became governor. And that is why, from my own personal perspective, he has been opposing Obi to be sure that Obi does not go in there, because he believes once Obi enters there,
so you feel,
president,
you feel that's the reason why he's not at par with Obi.
Yes, that's the reason. We are not baby. Even though I'm not in any political party and I'm not one of them, I studied politics and the language of movements and utterances of people, who are the political participants.
Okay, let's move on to the story of this lady, the lady that was arrested, that is now in Kirikiri. Let's look at it. We hear that the NBA has condemned the treatment of this lady, Comfort Emerson, over an incident on board an E-bomb air flight, describing it as a violation of our right to dignity. In fact, NBA is pledging free legal support for Comfort, and of course they're demanding the reversal of that lifetime flight ban. What's your take on this?
I support NBA 101 or 110%. You see, We want to enthrone equity, justice, and fairness so that the democratic experiment will be successful. And at the same time, people are doing things with impunity. What they did to that young lady, from what I've read and from what I've been following, is very, very unfair to her, because they only did one-sided show. They didn't follow due process. They didn't follow the rule of law. They didn't even conduct any investigations to hear from all the sides. It's like a conspiracy, in-house conspiracy. We have done a wrong thing. Let us come up with a package and cover our wrongs and sacrifice this lady. That's exactly what they. And it's not fair. How can you deny a passenger from disembarking from the aircraft, even if you have a reason? I mean, what? She's just one person. It's not as if she had talks following her. Then you have to go and bring an army or array of security of the airline, of the aviation security, AFSEC, of all sorts of people, and embarrassed, disgraced, humiliated her, and we are covering it with video, tore her clothes, because, I mean, see how they flung her out of that aircraft, forced her into that bus, took her, handed over to police, maybe told police what to do, and police on their own didn't do the right thing. They didn't use their discretion properly. The next day, they charged her to court. Which investigation did the police do? And then the next one, the magistrate too aired and ordered that she should be remanded in prison till October. How do you do a thing like that? So where is her lawyer? Which time, what sort of statement did police do to be so efficient that within 24 hours they charged her to court? Is that how they've been doing their investigations?
Okay.
She's entitled to bail. They could have granted her bail and then do their investigation. There's no need to hurry that case to court. Why would they hurry it to court? This is a business I had been in for 30-something years. It's a bailable offense. You get her bail and continue to do your investigation.
Okay, CP is a bailable offense, right?
It is. Yes. It is. It's a bailable offense. You grant her bail first. Let her have her reprieve. Get her witnesses, if any. Get a lawyer that will stand for her. Then, depending on the outcome of the investigation, you will now know whether to charge it to court or not. Why hurry the thing to court within 24 hours? Is that the way they've been doing their cases or doing their investigations? And then the magistrate keep it down. Instead of granting bail on a very light ground, he or she flung the lady to Kirikiri prison. What was the motive? Why would they do a thing like that? They felt that she is nobody. She had nobody to speak for her. Look at even airline operators of Nigeria, AON, went ahead to say they have banned her from flying domestic or international.
Just almost immediately.
Immediately. And I'm so disappointed in Professor who happens to be their president or whoever, who signed that nonsense, that trash. If I were him, he ought to have slowed down and said, look, this thing is not really appropriate. Let us look at all the sides. Let's do investigation first before coming out with that statement. But unfortunately for him, he is not he has no final say. That thing he has said is going to fail before the regulatory authority because the Minister of Aviation has the final say. I'm like Kiamo, being a lawyer and a senior advocate of Nigeria, will look at it holistically, the way pressure is coming now, and especially from the NBA. He's going to overturn what AON had done on that girl, because that girl, as far as the whole fiasco is concerned, I mean, should not go the way it has just gone. I mean, this is a time Nigerians should stand up and shout against this sort of excesses, because it's getting out of hand. This is crass impunity. It's entering the fabrics of our society. and it's not a positive development.
She's been given. She's been
So
given. She's been
that's
given
my
a
point.
life ban. A life ban. CP. Life ban using Ibom Air.
Is it only bomb air? Don't you see what AON wrote?
Oh, yes,
signed by
of course,
Professor Obiora.
of course.
All other airlines, all other airlines. You know, there was anywhere she's going to, she will not expose herself to entering land transport when she has the means to do a flight. Can you imagine that type of thing? What offense has she committed? And unfortunately for them, some other people who were in that flight are now coming out when they've seen what has happened, but they didn't know it would get to this dimension. They are now coming out to tell us what has happened. If you've been following the social media, some who sat inside that aircraft and saw what happened, they are now because they didn't know, they disembarked, they didn't know what was going on until they later started seeing on the news and the social media. So some are now calling in, sending messages. No, it wasn't the way they are saying, no. That what this lady did was that she left the phone on flight mode and was just going through. And I mean, they had the exchange of words. That was not enough for that crew to do what she did, which means she raised false alarm and they acted on that false alarm without maybe one or two or three people coming to cross-check. That means there's no professionalism anymore in what you see in the aviation industry. They need to do a lot too. They need to train and retrain on constant basis. The airport security and AppSec, they need to overhaul that place on how to be courteous and how to manage users of the airport, both passengers and other stakeholders in the airport. That is one. Number two, the crew, both ground crew and the ones cabin crew, they need to be reorientated from time to time. They need to retrain them on how to manage your passengers, manage aircraft users, and so on and so forth. There are certain things you need to be very, very professional about it. And unfortunately, too, look at even the people, the so-called the people that are coming out to take these decisions now. There are people who are virtually traveling abroad from time to time. All those things they are doing here, do they do it abroad? How many times or have you had people being treated like this in domestic flights overseas and in international flights connecting Nigeria and abroad? Even if the person is a terrorist, they still know how to restrict those persons professionally without attracting unnecessary attention.
Okay.
Look at how they tore her clothes. Was she bearing firearms? If she had any leather weapon like knife or
you see,
any dangerous.
The NBA said that according to NBA, Emerson was forcibly removed from the aircraft, stripped of her clothes and in public, and also humiliated. And I mean, with the incident filmed and shared online, the association maintained that the conduct was degrading, unlawful, and a grave affront to the rule of law and human dignity. Now, let me also quote them. On the live ban, the NBA argued that only the statutory aviation regulator has the authority to suspend or restrict a passenger's flight. Not private association or individual operators. No, they don't have that right. That's what they're saying.
And that's exactly what I've said. I said that it is only the Minister of Aviation that has a right to do that. He's the final authority on behalf of the federal government that can say, look, ban this person for so and so duration or for life. Not AON. AON, they went too far. They didn't. I don't know whether they have lawyers amongst them who will be guiding them properly on certain decisions or directions. The thing was too arbitrary. It's not done like that. And there are other regulatory agencies under the Ministry of Aviation. We have NCAA, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, who can even do their own investigations and advise. Why didn't they wait for all those people to come out? They have Federal FAN, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. They have a major role to play there. At the same time, they have what do you call them? NAMA, Nigeria Airspace Management Agency, where you have the air traffic controllers. Those people are key to what has happened, because the air traffic controller will need to come and tell us whether there was a time throughout that flight that the captain or the pilot or the co-pilot ever communicated to him that there was a threat inside the aircraft by a passenger. These are things that are very key in that investigation. So there are 5 agencies in FAN. So these 3 are the key ones that need to make some statement on what has happened. Were they contacted? Was there any complaint like this or like that? NCAA should come in, NAMA should come in, and FAN should come in, especially because of the activities of the AFSEC, Aviation Security. Accident Investigation Bureau, whatever name the answers now, has no role, because there wasn't any attempt to bring down the aircraft. Alignment, the people that start the weather to tell you whether it's flyable or not, they have no role there. There are 5 agencies. But the 3 that are key, NCAA, FAN, and NAMA, they all need to do their own investigations on this thing that happened. And to be very frank, if they do open investigation, a whole lot of that cabin crew will need to be either suspended or dismissed from service, because they failed woefully in the way they managed their passenger. And it's good such a thing happened, and they exposed their inadequacy, inefficiencies, and the flaws in crew management and in passengers management while on flight in some of our airlines. I
should also mention here that in a reversal of what is termed as animal farm kind of justice, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun yesterday ordered an investigation into the alleged obstruction of a value jet aircraft by the Fuji musician Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, who is popularly known as Kwam One. Now, what they are trying to do now is to order a probe, of Kwam One's Abuja airport infraction. So you won't look as if, okay, this girl is, the justice pattern is just not okay by Nigerians. If this has to go for it, another one will have to go for it too. Kwam 1, Kwam 2, Kwam 3, all of them will face the music.
And in addition, since he has decided to take that route, he should ask airport authority police, where I had worked once, to transfer that case file, not to the Lagos State Police Command, but to maybe 4 CID annex Lagos at Alagbon Close, to come and take up that case file. And even because if they take it up, the next thing they will do is to withdraw that case from that court and bring out that girl from Kirikiri and release her on their own, based on the fact that fundamentally, in terms of her fundamental rights, which has been violated, as covered by the sections 33 to 45 of the Nigerian Constitution of 1999 as amended. Okay. Based on that, they can withdraw the thing, grant her bail, and do the investigations too. That means, as they are doing their investigation, they'll be working hand in hand with Ministry of Aviation through those agencies I told you, the FAN, the NAMA, and the NCAA. That is where that will be independent investigation. That's where the truth will now come out. And then, if the AON, Airlines Operators of Nigeria, are interested, they should now come and make their statement, including our Professor Obioro Okonkwo, to the 4 CID Alabon Close, in Lagos. That's the best thing I think the IG should do, so that the truth, the thing will be balanced. In the end, let's see how the investigations will turn out. Both the ones Minister of Aviation will do and the ones the police will do. It shouldn't limit to that of Value Jet in Abuja. They should do that of Lagos too, the Uyo Lagos saga. Okay. That is the ongoing thing.
Okay. CP, thank you so much for having this conversation with us this morning.
Thank you for always tolerating and accommodating
The
me.
next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yes, it's still front page review on this darling station. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and this time around we want to get to open up the studio line so you can join the conversation, okay? But you can only do that if you dial 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Okay, WhatsApp is 081 717 56338 081 717 56338. You will move away from your radio set or even turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Just about 60 seconds for you. Mind what you say on the national radio. In other words, be very, very civil. All right? That's fine. Let's talk to you now. Good morning to you. Good morning here. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay, good morning to you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, yes. On the issue of automation, every beginning, just like your analysis have already said, that woman degradation, they want to reduce that. In fact, the woman, I think they should respect her dignity, her privacy. This is very, very professional work.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good. Yeah, my name is Alex. I'm calling from Igondo.
All right.
So, please, I want to contribute on that lady. What the airline did to her was unprofessional. It wasn't good. It was so bad. How could they do such thing to her? Bad. Just treat her naked at the airport. In fact, my brother that came back the other day told me everything at the airport. How they treat her full naked is very, very unfair.
All right.
What they did to her is not good.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Move away from your radio set. Always learn to move away from your radio set. It's very easy to move away now. Huh? Please. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Julia.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. My name's Rufai Oseni.
Okay.
I want to quickly comment about the Soludo.
Okay.
All these South governors that lack political stamina, they believe that they can only have their second bid through Tinubu in Rock. Nigerians are growing and are becoming and they are passing all those levels. If you like, let him attack Peter Abi from here till tomorrow. Whatever God had in store for the man, God will surely make it to come to pass. So that's just my contribution.
Thank you for your contribution. Appreciate that. All right, let's go here. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Sir.
Good morning to you.
What they did to that girl is not good. My heart is very heavy about this case. How are we living like this in this country? My name is Obina, calling from Edipo.
Okay.
How are we living like this in this country? Just because of you have power, you can maltreat everybody. Thank God for the good servant of God, which is Mr. Death. If there is no death, all these our politicians will give us shit in the mouth. let them release that girl. Now that everybody have condemned that what they did to that girl is not good, why keeping her there? Let that girl be released. Because everybody have condemned it.
Okay.
And they have more blame more than people that talking that what they did to that girl is not good. Let the girl be released.
Thank you.
For goodness sake.
Thank you.
Let that girl be released. Or let one and the other man go together with that girl and be where the girl is. Because they committed the same offense.
Thank you.
What is...
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Take it easy. Hello. Good morning here.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
SMC Okolo Black speaking.
Where
from Holy Land.
Holland.
Yeah, Holy Land. Yes.
All right.
Holy Land. The state of Israel.
Oh, you're calling from Israel. Okay, I thought you said whole land.
Yes.
Okay, Holy Land.
No, I said
Okay.
Holy Land. Yes.
It's okay. Let's go. Good morning.
Yeah, I want to draw Nigeria's attention on the issue about this election of 2027. Please, I want Nigerians to have a feel of one Nigeria among us. So what I'm trying to say is this: the Northerners know how they share their powers within themselves, while the Southerners know how they share the powers among themselves. But in the South, presently, the South have taken, and the Southwest have also enjoyed the presidency. But the Southeast have never done that. So I'm appealing to all Nigerians to look at it and give the Southeast a sense of belonging in the Nigeria contest of presidency.
All right.
So I'm equally suggesting that the Northerners and the Southwest and the Southeast people, rather than our Excellency Peter Obi, to take the flag bearer of any political party.
Okay.
Especially if it's ABC or any other party.
Thank you.
Or Labour Party. But let's look at let's put the Southeast in that presidency. That's one. Coming to the issue of Soludo, the governor of Anambra State. I think the man in question don't want to do things as how it's supposed. But he can be room he do his on his way. As anyone worship make sure from the office. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Right, God bless everyone.
God bless you too. Hello, good morning here.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, I have to make you brief.
All right. Please do.
Yeah. I want you to go what Lord Ugard said about these three major ethnic groups comprising the Igbos, Yorubas, and Hausas. That was in 1915. Then go and conclude the assessment you have for these three major ethnic groups. And then you'll be able to tell yourself the truth, the tribe, the two major ethnic groups who have been the problem of this country. That time. And one had the Congo has to be the savior of this nation. And then one had the Congo has to be the savior of this country have not been given the chance for them to display what God has given to them. Which is very rare in order to try.
All right.
Go and conclude what
Thank you so much. Thank you
very much.
All right. Thank you indeed. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. And 08171756338. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is from Soludo.
All right.
About that lady from Blue. For me, I call it as when I watch that thing. You know what is inside me? I think this is acting from APC. Because if you watch Oshomole team, that and they don't take for 5 hours, 6 hours. So we this woman, every time we start that they have already.
Your network. You might just want to change your position. Huh? Hello, good morning.
Hello. My name is Chuks. I'm calling from JB.
Okay.
For Soludo to go dey meet Ahmed, why can't you say to release Nnamdi Kanu just go for interest? This is not fair. All the governor for South East, no one can say Nnamdi Kanu matter for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not fair. Now their interest, now they all just they make. That man be there since how many years now?
It's okay. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate your call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name?
Good morning to you, Kamijide.
Good morning.
Ikan calling from the Solo Kingdom.
All right.
My concern concerning the lady with the aircraft is very, very serious. I do not want a situation whereby we will now hear that probably, or God forbid, the lady has passed away or he has been killed or something like that, because anything is possible in Nigeria. So Nigerians should raise up and stand for her. No matter what she might have done, no matter what transpired in the airplane, the way she was treated was bad. That is number one. Number two, even if Soludo was a friend to Tinubu for the past 50 years or 100 years, how is he sure that he's going to get back Anambra, or Tinubu will now capture Anambra like he has been doing in Edo, Ondo, and so on? So Nigerians will wake up and rise up to the occasion.
Thank you.
We know what happened, and we know what we will do when the time comes.
Okay.
Thank you this morning.
Thank you indeed. All right. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and your location?
Hello, Mr. Kamojide. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Evelyn on the line.
Okay.
I come in peace this morning. Number one, I want to appreciate all the people that are talking about this lady, because that is my own concern this week. That is talking about this lady. We condemn what she did and what Ibom Hair also did. They are totally wrong, because now people that saw the video, they are saying, oh, we are judging her based on the video that we saw. And now they are saying that there is no CCTV camera in Nigeria aircraft, be airplane, be whatever. So which means even if the air hostess was beating her, remove her wig, according to what she said, she removed my wig, which means that one nobody will not talk about it. Understand? Because we saw the video that she was hitting the lady. So everybody now say, she overdo, maybe she's on this, she's not on this, all those stuff like that. Everybody's now talking about why didn't you wear something inside. That is none of our business. So I appreciate everyone who is coming out to say that girl should be free. And that is injustice. If I thought they want to lock that girl, please, I beg them, they should go and carry Tinubu friend. K1, Abikwam 1, and they should carry my dear ex-governor, Adams Oshomole, and let them chill there. If not so, they should leave that girl alone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. Appreciate your call. All right. Benjamin from Shogunle is saying, good morning. It is clear that the ruling party is using some agencies to oppress opposition. If not, why is it that EFCC is arresting Tambuwal and targeting David Mark? Is it not because they have formed coalition to unseat ABC in 2027 election? How far have EFCC gone about Yahya Bello's case? How far? It's okay. EFCC should do the work they are appointed to do, not these selected arrests and invitation that they are doing. It's all right. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Kamijide, good morning. How was your night?
Great. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. Chuks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Professor Soludo is supporting Tinubu for being his friend for 20 years. What about Peter? What's wrong with him? He's near Peter maybe a year. They've forgotten that blood flame. And now he's taking to support Tinubu. If he's making that fashion, it's very wrong. And Soludo, his election was like all the Easterners' election. But today, nobody understands this election. When he's playing anti-party game, Is it allowed? Is it, do you supposed to see the app that are working for it as a string of a professor? These things, they people are just on their own. And Nnamdi Kanu have been there, doing Tinubu friend, and not done anything reasonable to see that his friend releases his brother. Is it not a betrayal?
All right.
In fact, this time over, we don't understand what they are there. They are just there for their own interest.
Thank you. Good morning. We don't know what Nigerian judiciary system can give. We don't know that Nigerian judiciary system can give a judgment in less than 24 hours, and the judges did not delay to put Comfort in prison, while it would take the same judges 30 years or even more to do what now? To put some above the law corrupt politicians in Kirikiri prison because of the two laws Nigerians have. One law for politicians and the other law for the poor Nigerians. Leo from Lagos is sending that message. Mazu Gochuku is saying Ibom Air needs to scrutinize their workers because most of them doesn't have moral value. One probe will be a drama as usual. Edo governor should try and make Edo Road motorable. It's okay. EFCC saying they are investigating many governors is a political statement targeting total submissions from all the governors against 2027 election, except the EFCC has suddenly woken up from sleep, which I don't think it's possible based on the political structure in Nigerian political system, which favors the cabals as long as you are dancing with the central government. May God of heaven have mercy upon us. It's okay. What's your name now? Raful from Ilasai Solo is saying, what goes around comes around. Tinubu should know that he will not be in power forever. Arrest of Tambowa, David Mark, and others by EFCC will turn back on him after power. After power, his own will be worse. Showore is fighting for NYC lady, which is Igbo this time around. So Showore is for every Nigerians. Okay. It's okay. Jude, Nigeria is a comedy. They are now using politics to cover the insecurity happening everywhere in the country. People are being killed on daily basis. Now, wow, our comedy is in series. Village man from Idimu. Okay, let me read your own. Egege from Agege saying, let's thank God for all that is happening in Nigeria today. God has a way of achieving his desires for his people. In my own views, the gods are using President Tinubu's deaf, clueless, and insensitive government to create awareness on Nigerians for a true president to emerge. Recall how God hardened the mind of Pharaoh to bring liberation to his beloved. Okay, that's your opinion anyway. Ikemba from Egbeda is saying, concerning what happened to the singer and the Ibom Air, the law in Nigeria is for the poor. We are in a paddy government, and that's Fulani pattern of leadership. You will arrest a Fulani terrorist, go there tomorrow, he is released. I welcome the intervention of the Lagos State government in the area of rent collection and commissions attached to it. My advice is that they must have the willpower to enforce the reform. I also advise the rent collectors and agents to play by the rules and obey the new regulations. That way, landlords and tenants alike will enjoy the best of both worlds. Sadebe Nwaje in Shasha. If I have the time, later today, I might just delve into this same story. The way people, they collect rent. Okay, after you collect rent, you can hear agent, commission, agreement, damages. One person go collect 4. I don't understand. And in fact, agent, the rent itself can be like, for instance 500k. All of these 4 I mentioned will be like 750k. You can imagine. It's always above the rent, or very close to, or maybe it's just the same. It's crazy. We'll look at these laws, these Lagos State laws, the new ones, and we'll see how far. I wish I have the time. I just hope I have the time to do that. But if not today, later, maybe very soon I'll do that, okay? We'll have to look at some of these issues. Yeah. From the look of things, I give up on Nigeria. No, you can't do that. Ezekiel from Ejibo, you cannot give up. Will you come back here? Come back here. Come here. Ibom Air is a government airline. Private airlines cannot do exactly what Ibom Air did. Let's be objective. No one has interviewed Comforto to get her side of the story that triggered her action. EFCC had suddenly started work. This is the same institution people have been calling out on some high-profile cases. Ihedio is still the people's choice, so Uzodinma will do everything to fight that. Amici from Mafoluku. Emeka Ihejirika from Lagos is saying one of the major problems with the leadership of Nigeria is being biased, shying away from the truth, and doing the right thing at the right time. Talking about the lady, Comfort Emerson, in the incident of Ibom Air, it needs more balance and justifiable investigation, especially how the video was recorded. Who recorded it? Although she should learn to be modest, Nigerian politicians should learn to face governance and not seek unnecessary nepotism and bitter interest. The EFCC officers are doing their job, but they must be civil and unbiased with it. Nobody or group of people should be exempted from that. Thank you so much. All right. Chukwuma Soludo is a very big disappointment to Ndigbo. With all of these, he should wait and see how he will be voted out of that seat. Maybe he is relying on Supreme Court ruling. Chief Larry Tex from Baronje. Okay, your analyst got the motives of Soludo. He wants to become a second fiddle, but he will fail. On the issue of Comfort Emerson, a fellow passenger has released a voice note to clarify that. According to the voice note, what they showed was not actually what happened. It is shame that the Nigerian police and the magistrate that sent that lady to Kirikiri did that horrible, unprofessionally, and whatever job. She needs to be left free as soon as possible. Onwa Hamichael from Greenfield Estate, Ago Okota, Lagos. Now, in Soludo's matter, according to Ekene from Ogun City, said two things are involved. Is it that Soludo soiled his hands as the CBN's governor and perhaps APC's government has something against him? So, Soludo is giving APC's Tinubu's government maximum support. I'm trying to understand that. Or Tinubu has promised him either VP slot or to make him the audio presidential candidate in 2027. Hence, Soludo is not supporting Tinubu for free, but they propagandiously fall his hand. It would also help to rig Peter Obi's votes in 2027, just like Wike did in Rivers State. Okay? It's your opinion, though. Let's look at more messages now. APC will not understand ADC for now. They will be confusing them with people with ego. Okay? What's your name? You didn't drop that, but it's okay. Thank you so much. Who determines the impartiality of Nigerians anti-graft agency, the EFCC, the agency itself, the ruling party, or is plea bargaining an option? It's a big question, sire. It's a very, very huge question you ask. Collins from Lagos Island is saying, good morning, VOPFM. Please, we should learn to do what? To get some things right. The way she looks shows the kind of home she was coming from. We all saw that nobody heated her. What they did was just to pull her out of the plane. What about someone that is in a bus that is buying fuel and a passenger is making call? As Nigeria, let's learn to obey rules. Uyo to Lagos is just 45 minutes. So what stops her from switching off her phone? Lastly, students in secondary schools don't have respect for teachers anymore because discipline is no longer in schools. Let's always correct what is wrong. That's another big one again. I would have to note some of these issues. We will talk about it. We'll talk about it. This respect thing. Because parents know when they beat their children again now. See, the level of disrespect in secondary schools is high. On high. And apart from that, when we did for secondary schools in those days, all of us, small. But you go secondary school of now, you go think it's a university. So they look at themselves as We're big babes already, using big phones, using, big laptops. At our time, we don't get all those things. So they look at themselves as, who is this teacher? After all, how much do they pay them? One of those little girls can pay a teacher for like 1 year. It's the truth. They are very rich, from rich homes. See, a lot is there to be. I don't know. I'm vexing. I'm paranoid. Esther, come and quench this thing for me. Watch you go. Judah, do you see the type of people we have in government? Eye service, garnished with tribalism. So because people are calling out the authorities to playing down the action of Kwam 1, but showing, a macho man's trends on comfort, Kwam 2, because he's not connected to people in Abuja. Very unfortunate. Tell Soludo that given 20 years, he can't equal the achievements of Peter Obi. Tinubu has asked APC candidate in Anambra to grab the state for him. Soludo, second reign of mockery, please stop attacking Peter Obi. Is it true that Jonathan has accepted running for presidency under PDP? That would be his undoing if it's true. Release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. What's your name? Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Good morning, sire. The Igbo tribe are the modern slaves of Nigeria. What you mean? I don't know about that. Okay, don't worry. Chude from Ayotori is saying the inhuman treatment of Ibom security men was very, very bad and cruel. Look at how they were dragging her, as if she was a terrorist. The court was quick to remand her in Kirikiri. For what now? Why can't they just go after terrorists and confront them the way, they manhandle this innocent lady? Chude. Okay, now you talk, Amo. Let me talk, Amo. What they did to comfort is nothing but conspiracy from her well-known person or set up people, even criminal. What's her name? Ozo Chikwando MP from Igando, Lagos. It's okay. Now everybody diverse for the girl matter now. I felt so bad after watching the video. They treated the woman so bad, drag her like a criminal. More than 8 men dragging her, tear her clothes, and naked her. The girl was shouting, "My phone, my hair." In fact, let there be proper justice and fair treatment. The Ibom air workers must be checkmated. They must pay that girl back for her ill treatment. 24 hours judgment. Nonsense. William Somayobo. I think I have to go now. Make I not take him personal. My name is Jude. Kami Jude. On Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, I am Ikami Jude. Now, let me spell it. Come now. IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. That's it. I love you all so much, and I will be back by 10:30. Good morning, Nigeria.